What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Wanted to do a quick video about SSRIs and how those medications could possibly interact with Kratom if you are a current Kratom user. And just kind of a cautionary tale, just to kind of let people know if you are taking other prescriptions that are being given by the doctor, then be really careful about using those in conjunction with kratom, and you may want to consult your doctor about the reality of you using kratom along with these other prescribed medications, specifically SSRIs, or serotonin reuptake inhibitors, which are typically like antidepressant sort of medications. So one of my supporters on here actually sent a message to me about this and a comment about it, and kind of just wanted me to let people know because this is something that really affected him in a negative way. And so I'm going to read his comment. We're going to talk about it a little bit, and then I'm going to read a couple of more things that I found on Google related to this, and then that's it. We're going to bounce. This is going to be a pretty quick video. But this message from, or this comment from James says, for a few years now, after standing up, sometimes I would get dizzy and have to lean against the wall or whatever was close. Then it would pass. Other times, and not too frequently, thank God, this dizziness would escalate to a swooshing sound of my heartbeat. Whew, that sounds scary right there. I would then either fall or, while being mindful of what was about to happen, kneel down. At this point, I would be semi unconscious and feeling like I am either shaking or having a seizure. I'm not sure what is happening, but at the same time, I do know what is happening. I lose muscle control, and what I see is fractal darkness, and my tinnitus worsens. This only happened, this only happens for a few seconds, maybe 10. Anyway, it's scary. As I am reading about kratom and listening to you, I think to myself, you take Celexa and Wellbutrin, dumbass. Could there be any danger in that? And sure enough, Mr. Google says yes. I think one of the sites said, do not use kratom with these SSRIs, uh, which is a serotonin reuptake inhibitor, and the other works on the dopamine receptors. So they fight with the alkaloids in kratom to see who gets there first to my receptors. Therefore, no bueno. That's one of my lines there. Good job in using that. No bueno, no good, guys. Seizures are possible. So it would be cool to hear if any other subscribers take meds and what the dangers could be with the interaction of kratom and those meds. Thanks, man. Thank you. Thank you for the comment, James. And also, um, thank you for giving a shit, because, that this is a good thing to look at, and a good comment that is other people are going to hear this, and it's going to cause them to go, huh, okay, yeah, and I mean, that's what it's all about, is educating people and trying to make people aware of the potential dangers and potential pitfalls. We're not demonizing kratom on here and saying it's this horrible thing, but if you are taking an SSRI currently, and then you're also now starting to take kratom or mixing kratom with it, wouldn't you want to know if there was some specific danger in that? You would appreciate it if somebody threw you a bone, right? And was like, hey, that could potentially be dangerous, right? So I have a little bit of my own story. So when I was using kratom regularly, I actually wasn't taking any prescribed medications from the doctor during that time. But I would notice that when I would stand up, specifically from a squatted or kneeling position, I would often get kind of lightheaded, and just like James described, would have to steady myself on something, whether it be a table up against a wall. I would kind of sense myself, like the fractal darkness that he described. I would sense that coming on, and I would, kind of have to steady myself. For me, I do quite a bit of cardiovascular exercise. and I was really bad about not eating throughout the day. Kratom was my food. I was on a Kratom diet, and I also, I always heard that people who do quite a bit of cardio and have a low resting heart rate, which I do, can also cause you to kind of get lightheaded and stuff like that, just because the blood in your heart's pumping so slowly that when you stand up, it takes a second, for the oxygen, for the blood and the oxygen to get to your brain. So that's why you'll have that where you kind of start to phase out for a second into the darkness. So I thought it was probably that, also a combination with the fact that I wasn't eating very much throughout the day. But I will say now, even now that I'm not taking kratom anymore, I still don't eat on a regular, couple of hour sort of basis. I don't eat a big lunch. I'm just that type of person. I know the irony of just a guy on my lunch break. That comes from the fact that I didn't eat on my lunch. And when I was on my lunch break, I would go and I would do YouTube videos, right? I wasn't eating. I was doing YouTube videos. So that hence the name there, but it's not without a sense of irony that I'm telling you I don't eat lunch, but my channel name is just a guy on my lunch break. Um, with that being said, I have noticed that this symptom has stopped. The symptom has ceased since I've stopped taking kratom. All right. I'm still doing a lot of cardio and I'm still not really eating, but a couple of times throughout the day. And when I do, it's like snacky type stuff. Like I'll eat a piece of fruit, I'll eat a thing of yogurt, I'll grab a handful of, pecans, but these are things that I'm doing every few hours or so. So I'm not sitting down and eating like a big meal at breakfast, going back eating another big meal at lunch. I really only eat one big meal per day, and that's my dinner. Now, my dinner, I'll be throwing down. I'll not only eat a nice, balanced, healthy dinner, but oftentimes I'll go back for seconds, and I'm getting quite a bit of calories in that one meal just by virtue of going back and getting seconds. Okay. So, but I have noticed that symptom of squatting, then standing up and getting lightheaded has gone away since I've stopped taking kratom. So I know it definitely does have some effects um, on your heart and your blood flow and things like that. And I want to read this one real quick. Kratom might increase a brain chemical called serotonin. Some medications also have this effect. Taking kratom along with these medications might increase serotonin too much. This might cause serious side effects, including heart problems, seizures, and vomiting. Okay? So this goes back to what James was saying when he felt like he was kind of having, and you may have been having, like mild seizures in this situation. This question says, does kratom interact with antidepressants? Kratom may bind to serotonin receptors and inhibit CYP2D6 and CYP3A4, which means not a damn thing to me, but obviously it's your serotonin receptors, which could increase exposure to medications like sertraline and use these pathways. Okay, let's read this about dopamine. While kratom is most commonly known for its affinity to opioid receptors, it also has affinities to serotonin and dopamine receptors, signaling its potential for treating depression, anxiety, and psychosis. So that's where you get the whole benefit of kratom that we talked about, right? But I think everyone agrees on here, if you're to get the benefit, you need to take it as though a doctor is prescribing it to you. Um, there's a reason when a doctor prescribes you a medication, they don't say, okay, now you can just take this just whenever you feel like it, right? You know, once an hour, once every couple hours, just, whenever you feel like you want to take it, just take it. Doctors don't say that. And there's a reason for that, because anything, too much of even a good thing can be a bad thing, right? So it's very important to moderate kratom if you are going to use it and kind of use it responsibly, okay? But Yeah, and that's it. I just wanted to touch on that real quick because he left a comment about that, and I actually missed the comment. And he was like, "Hey, did you see my comment?" And I was like, "Well, I don't think so." And I actually looked back, and it was the weirdest thing when I look at that particular video on my laptop, I can't find the comment anywhere. But when I went in my phone and looked at all messages, then it popped up. So I'm not sure what the setting is there on the laptop that's keeping me from being able to see it. But um, nonetheless, I did want to address that because we're all about educating people on here regarding kratom. You know, we don't demonize it. I mean, it is beneficial for some people, but the biggest thing to me is that if people are going to take it, that they are informed when they take it and informed of the potential risk so that they can try to mitigate those risks by using it responsibly, making sure that if you are going to use it, that you're paying attention to, how it could interact with other possibly doctor prescribed medications, right? Because I don't want anyone out there to have seizures or to have some sort of heart issue as a result of it or convulsions or anything like that. Those things can be dangerous, obviously. So, anyway, that's it. Just a quick vid for you guys. Look at that. Man, I kept that one under 15 minutes. Let's go. That's very rare. I'm a long winded person. But anyway, love you guys very much. Thank you for the support. Like the video, comment down below. Please do subscribe to the channel if you've not. If you'd like to support the channel, there's a Lunchbreaker 1 membership, which is $2.99 a month. Lunchbreaker 2 memberships are $4.99 a month. I'll put the link to join down in the description for that. And if you'd like to just do like a cash donation, a one-time sort of deal, there's a little thanks button up under this video, and it has a little dollar symbol on it. You can hit that button. You can toss me a few bones in, out, quick, bada boom, bada bing, and that's done. So, anyway, that's it. Hope you guys have a good day, and I will see you on the next video. Peace.